Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RWF Rock Fist. My name is Paps LaRue, here to call the action at ringside, as always, and we've got a hell of a night in store for you folks tonight. First and foremost, the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament continues, round one action. We'll have this match that you see lined up in front of you right now, James versus Gene, and then we will have the Money Man taking on Ringboy later on this evening. Again, this is all part of round one, the final part of round one for the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. The winner of the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament will face the current Rock Foundation champion Bags at our next and biggest special event we have ever done here at the RWF, that being called RWF Rock of Ages, which will be Saturday, March the 6th. So we still got some time to go before we get to that date, but let's send you down to the action at ringside right now. Both superstars are in the ring. Our referee will call for the bell, and we've got ourselves a match. Again, Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. This is still round one action, as we see James from Features in Holman taking on Gene from the Morning Sickness. Gene, a former Rock Foundation Championship title holder. As a matter of fact, I think she might have won it a pair of times. As James going right on the attack with those repeated German suplexes. We've got two. Is he going to hit a third? We do. The trifecta has been hit. Looks like James is going to end this one early. James looks like he's loading up for the feature. James picking up Gene. He's going to have to try to get her away from the ropes, but he's going to hit the feature. The feature has been hit on Gene. He's going to roll her up into a cover. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, a quick 1, 2, 3 match as James from Features in Holman completely steamrolls Gene from the Morning Sickness with Brian and Gene, and he will move himself on to the next round of the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. He will actually be taking on the winner of our next match, will be Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union, who will be taking on Ringboy. Well, that was a quick, did that match even last a minute? I didn't get an official time on that, but it was a quick bang match as James from Features in Holman, showing his in-ring prowess, definitely wants to hold his first championship title here in the RWF. He still has at least a couple more superstars to get through before he gets to Bags, but I'd say he is definitely a top contender in this Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paps LaRue, and while we have a little bit of a break in the action, I want to remind you guys that we are giving away cash for couples. $500 cash is going to go out to a couple, and it could be you. Hey, that for Valentine's Day, $500 to spend on a Valentine's Day for the two of you. Heck, that's some jewelry right there. That's a night out at a very nice restaurant. That might even be some left over for a hotel room there for you too. What you'll do in that hotel room? Well, it's Valentine's Day. You make your own rules that day. But in order to win that $500 cash, you got to get to 957therock.com or use the 957 The Rock app on your phone. Click Win Stuff, and then you can score yourself $500 cash. Again, cash for couples, just in time for Valentine's Day with 957 The Rock. Again, this finishing up round one of the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union taking on Ringboy from Midwest Family Lacrosse. The superstars are in the ring, so is referee Drew Peacock. And hey, we're going to get a showing of respect between these two superstars. Always nice to see some friendliness here in the RWF, but we're about to see some nastiness now as Ringboy takes on Bruce the Money Man. Want to give a special thanks to Bruce the Money Man, who is, well, not just to Bruce, but Firefighters Credit Union in general, for everything that they have done for us at Midwest Family Lacrosse, doing a lot of sponsoring of sports, high school sports, which, by the way, you can catch on Apple TV or Roku via the Around River City channel. Hopefully you're watching us there. If not, you can watch us there at the Around River City channel on Apple TV or Roku. You can also catch some live concerts. We'll actually have Tug up in the Sound Lounge coming up on next Friday. That will be at 7 p.m. on Friday. And then, of course, like I said, those high school sports, which are sponsored by Firefighters Credit Union. It's been awesome having them aboard, helping us out getting through this season. So, again, you can watch that stuff at the Around River City channel app at Apple TV or Roku as Bruce the Money Man comes off the ropes and a nice enziguri to the back of the head of Ringboy. Again, round one. This is the end of the last match of round one for the Rock Foundation tournament. As it looked like Bruce was going for a senton, but no water in the pool as he hits nothing but mat as Ringboy gets his bald ass up out of the way. Punches to the gut. Ringboy throwing Bruce into the ropes. See a big elbow, but Bruce looks like he shook it off and just a big-time punch to Ringboy. Bruce showing some aggression here in this match. He'd definitely like to get his hands on his first gold here in the RWF. The Rock Foundation Championship title, again, will be on the line as Bags will be putting it up against whoever wins this tournament at RWF Rock of Ages, which, again, will be Saturday, March 6th. Big-time Falcon Arrow coming out of Ringboy there. And Ringboy is going to use that claw to just sap some strength out of the shoulder from Bruce the Money Man there. We already know what our main event for RWF Rock of Ages is going to be. That's, of course, going to be Puck challenging L. Scott Roberto Shaw for the RWF Championship, the big belt, if you will. So that will be our main event of Rock of Ages. We'll still have some other matches to fill on the card for you guys. Of course, the Rock Foundation Championship will be on the line as well, and the winner of this tournament is going to be the one who fills that spot. Still have a few more matches left into the tournament after this match. This will be decided who faces James, who just beat Gene in a landslide. For those of you just joining us, it was right about a minute it took James from Features and Holman to take down Gene from the Morning Sickness. So Gene eliminated very quickly, and that's what's interesting in this match is if Bruce the Money Man were to happen to win this match, then that means we will see yet another match, another classic, if you will, between Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union and James from Features and Holman. Those two have been having it out with one another over the course of the last month or so here on RWF programming. Bruce the Money Man with the so far the winning record of those two. He won at our last special event, RWF Mosh Pit. Those two had a ladder match, and Bruce the Money Man came away victorious. As it looks like Ringboy might be heading up for a Blatz Bomb here. Ringboy hitting the Blatz Bomb, corner of the ring, cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. Bruce the Money Man kicking out of the Blatz Bomb. Ringboy circling the ring here in his lederhosen that he never takes off. He put him on for Rocktoberfest, and he's keeping him on. Seems to be wrestling pretty well in them. A former Rock Foundation champion in his own right. He would definitely like to pick up that title one more time as well. Then the winner of this match will be taking on James from Features in Holman. Our next on next week's episode of RWF, our main event going to be Brian taking on Doc. This also, again, part of the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. So that will be the next round. And then, of course, we'll have James taking on the winner of this match. As it looks like Ringboy just sort of circling the ring right now. It doesn't really look like he knows what he wants to do with Bruce the Money Man there. Just sort of letting Bruce hang out in the corner over there as Bruce coming up with a big-time elbow and a rolling trip. Bruce throwing Ringboy over the ropes and a big-time shoulder knocking Ringboy out of the ring. Referee will begin his count. As these two reversing one another's maneuvers out here on the outside of the ring. Fighting on the corner over by the Swiss announce table. Ringboy looks like he's running in place there. It looked like he might try to get up on the top ropes. It looks like Ringboy's just getting some cardio in over here. I don't know what's going on. But he hasn't gotten back in the ring yet, technically. Referee to 6 count. And a 7 count. Bruce the Money Man going into the post. Referee's count at 8. Bruce the Money Man could get counted out here if he doesn't get to his feet. The count is at 9. Bruce the Money Man's got to hurry. And not able to beat the count. Ringboy, the winner by count out. Boy, for a second there, I was wondering what we were going to do if both of these superstars got counted out in this ring tonight. We would have tried to figure out something else out for next week. But luckily, we don't have to do that, as it looks like Ringboy slides back into the ring. And the referee would finish his 10 count, and that counts out Bruce the Money Man from Firefighters Credit Union. So he has been eliminated from the Rock Foundation Championship Tournament. Ringboy will move on, and as I said earlier, he'll be taking on James from Features in Holman, who won earlier on tonight in an absolute ass-whooping landside victory over Gene from the Morning Sickness. Before we go, I'd like to remind everybody that the Super Bowl is on this weekend, and you can win $50,000. Just go to 957therock.com or the 957 The Rock app. Click Win Stuff. Pick your team you think's going to win the Super Bowl on Sunday, tomorrow. And then you could win $50,000. That is, again, at 957therock.com or the 957 The Rock app. That's going to do it for this week's episode of RWF Rock Fist. My name is Paps LaRue from ringside here, bidding you guys adieu. Have yourselves a good rest of your evening. And thank you for joining us here at RWF Rock Fist.